Baiklah, sekarang kita akan belajar membaca teks berbahasa Inggris. Dengarkan dan perhatikan bacaannya terlebih dahulu, kemudian Anda praktekkan.
Reading skill.
I usually get up very early. At about 4 o'clock, I have breakfast with my wife, and then leave for work at 6:45. I go to work by train, and get to the office just before 8. When I arrive at the office, I always check my email. I get a lot of messages from our overseas offices. Then I usually have a meeting with my team from 11 to 12 o'clock. I have lunch in the office cafeteria at 12:30. The food isn't very good, but it's cheap. After lunch I sometimes meet clients, or write reports. I usually finish work at about 6 o'clock. Although I occasionally work overtime, I get home about an hour later, and have dinner with my family. In the evening, I help my children with their homework, and watch television with my wife.
Silakan giliran Anda untuk membacakan kembali teks yang barusan telah dibacakan.
Exercises.
Choose a verb, and write or read it in the correct form. Get, write, have, check, work, meet.
Now please, pause your video to answer the questions.
So the answers are: 1. I have breakfast with my wife. 2. I check my email. 3. I meet clients in the afternoon. 4. I sometimes write reports. 5. I occasionally work overtime. 6. I get home at about 7 o'clock.
Daily schedule. Here, the daily schedule that we do every day in general. Activities. Time. Wake up, 4 a.m. Get up, 4:15. Take a bath, pray shubu, or say down prayer, 4.30. Make the bed, watch TV, eat breakfast, 6:30. Go to office, 7 o'clock. Arrive at work, 7:30. Start work, 8 o'clock. Eat lunch, 12:30. Leave for work, 4 o'clock. Go home. Get home, 5 o'clock. Eat dinner, 6:30. Watch TV. Go to bed, 10 o'clock.
Sekarang giliran Anda untuk membacakan atau menceritakan kegiatan sehari-hari tersebut. Gunakan I sebagai subjeknya dan tambahkan kata ayat sebelum mengungkapkan waktu atau jam. Silakan pause dulu videonya.
My name is Mumtaz. I am 25 years old. I am an employee. I want to tell about my daily activities. I wake up at 4 o'clock a.m. I get up at 4:15. Then I take a bath. After that, I pray shubu, or say down prayer at 4:30. Then I make the bed. I watch TV. I eat breakfast at 6:30. I go to office at 7 o'clock. And I arrive at work at 7:30. I start work at 8 o'clock. Then I eat lunch at 12:30. I leave for work at 4 o'clock. I go home. Get home at 5 o'clock. I eat dinner at 6:30. I watch TV. After that, I go to bed at 10 o'clock.
After having practiced speaking or telling about daily activities, now let's move to the next lesson that is still related to the daily activities. We are going to talk about the simple present.
Simple present tense. We use the simple present tense to talk about something that was true in the past, is true in the present, and will be true in the future. It is used for general statements of fact.
Simple present tense digunakan untuk membicarakan tentang sesuatu yang benar di masa lalu, benar di masa kini, dan akan benar di masa depan. Simple present tense ini digunakan untuk pernyataan fakta atau kebenaran secara umum.
For examples, the earth goes round the sun. Nurses look after patients in hospital.
Dari dulu sampai sekarang bumi mengelilingi matahari. Yang kedua, dari dulu sampai sekarang perawat merawat pasien di rumah sakit. Itulah pengertian simple present tense dalam konteks mengungkapkan fakta atau kebenaran umum.
We also use the simple present tense to express habitual or everyday activity.
Simple present tense juga dapat digunakan untuk mengungkapkan kebiasaan atau kegiatan sehari-hari. Dalam bahasa Sunda tense ini sepadan dengan osok. Jadi, kalau ingin mengungkapkan osok dalam bahasa Inggris, gunakanlah simple present tense.
For examples.
1. I get up at 4 o'clock every morning. 2. My classes begin at 7. 3. He always drinks a glass of milk for breakfast.
Kalimat nomor 1 mengungkapkan bahwa kebiasaan bangun tidur saya adalah jam 4. Jadi, saya biasa bangun tidur jam 4. Dalam bahasa Sunda, kebiasaan ini disebut osok sehingga bisa diterjemahkan ke dalam bahasa Sunda menjadi abdi osok guga tabu opat. Dengan demikian, kalau ingin mengungkapkan osok dalam bahasa Inggris, gunakanlah simple present tense.
Untuk menggunakan simple present kita gunakan pola berikut ini, yaitu, subjek ditambahkan verba atau kata kerja ke satu atau verba dasar ditambah objek dan bisa juga ditambahkan keterangan waktu. Verba atau kata kerja ke satu maksudnya adalah kata kerja dasar yang belum ada perubahan atau penambahan pada kata kerja tersebut. Kata kerja dasar adalah kata kerja yang tertulis di dalam kamus ketika Anda mencari sebuah kata kerja. Misalnya, ketika Anda ingin mencari apa kata kerja membuka dalam bahasa Inggris, tentunya yang muncul adalah kata kerja open. Contohnya adalah,
They study English every day. We work hard. I eat lunch at 12:30. You eat lunch at 12:30.
Dengan demikian, untuk subjek they, we, I, dan you, maka kata kerjanya adalah kata kerja dasar tanpa ditambah huruf S.
Other examples. They open. We open. They clothes. We clothes. I see. You see. You make. I get. I eat. You get. You eat. You drink.
Sementara untuk subjek orang ketiga tunggal, yaitu she, he, dan it, maka pada umumnya, kata kerjanya ditambahkan huruf S.
Contohnya adalah,
She reads a book every day. She works hard. She takes a bath at 6:30. He reads a book every day. He works hard. He takes a bath at 6:30. It works.
Remember that we say, he, she, and it, plus s. Don't forget the s.
Look at the table on the screen. For the third person, just add the s. Open. Opens. Close. Closes. See. Sees. Make. Makes. Get. Gets. Eat. Eats. Drink. Drinks. She opens. She closes. She sees. She makes. He gets. He eats. He drinks. It eats. It drinks. Exception. Verbs ending in o, ch, sh, ss, x, and c must be added es. Examples: go, goes, mix, mixes, watch, watches, buzz, buzzes, wash, washes. Verbs ending in consonant plus y. The y becomes is. For examples: cry equals cries, dry, dries. For verbs ending in y, that comes after a vocal, add s after y. For examples: play, plays, buy, buys.
Pengecualian. Pertama, kata kerja yang berakhiran dengan huruf o, ch, ses, x, nz, ditambahkan di belakangnya dengan es. Kedua, kata kerja yang berakhiran dengan huruf konsonan plus y, maka huruf y-nya berubah jadi is. Sementara untuk kata kerja yang berakhiran huruf y setelah huruf vokal, maka kata kerja tersebut hanya ditambahkan s saja.
I watch TV. You watch TV. They watch TV. We watch TV. She watches TV. He watches TV. It watches TV. We use don't or do not to make negative for the subject of they, we, I, you. They don't like coffee. We don't go to campus on Friday. I don't work on Sunday. You don't work on Sunday.
Untuk kalimat negatifnya, gunakanlah don't atau do not setelah subjek dan sebelum kata kerjanya. Dalam bahasa Sunda, kalimat negatif simple present bisa disamakan dengan tara. Misalnya, abdi tara nonton TV enjing-enjing. Dalam bahasa Inggris menjadi
I don't watch TV in the morning.
Other examples. They don't open. We don't open. I don't open. You don't open. They don't clothes. We don't clothes. I don't close. You don't close. They don't see. We don't see. I don't see. You don't see. Other examples. I don't go to campus on foot. They don't eat rice for breakfast. We don't have cereal for breakfast. We use doesn't or does not to make negative for the subject of she, he, it. Just look at the formula on the screen.
Kalimat negatif untuk subjek orang ketiga tunggal adalah dengan menambahkan s pada bentuk negatifnya, yaitu menjadi doesn't.
Dengan demikian, pola kalimat negatif simple present untuk orang ketiga tunggal, yaitu, subjek ditambahkan doesn't, kemudian ditambah kata kerja bentuk dasar, dan bisa ditambahkan dengan objek dan keterangan.
For examples.
She doesn't like seafood. He doesn't work on Saturday. Dottie doesn't smoke a cigarette. Susie doesn't like seafood. It doesn't work.
Seperti yang telah dijelaskan tadi, bentuk negatif simple present bisa bermakna tara dalam bahasa Sunda. Contoh pada kalimat Dodi doesn't smoke a cigarette. Dalam bahasa Sunda bermakna, Dodi taraf ngaroko.
Other examples. She doesn't drink coffee, but she drinks milk. He doesn't have lunch at a restaurant, but he has lunch in the office cafeteria. My computer doesn't work, but my phone works. Hanif doesn't ride a motorcycle, but he drives a car.
We use do to make interrogative for the subject of they, we, I, and you. See the formula on the screen. We put the word do at the first of an interrogative sentence.
Kita gunakan kata do untuk subjek they, we, I, you untuk membuat kalimat pertanyaan. Lihat pola kalimat pertanyaannya pada layar. Kata do diletakkan di awal kalimat.
For examples.
Do they like seafood? Do we work on Saturday? Do I like seafood? Do you smoke a cigarette?
To answer the questions using do, we use some optional answers. For example, do you study English every day? You can say, yes, I study English every day. Or, yes I do. Or, you can say, yes only. To answer the questions using do, in negative, we use some optional answers too. For example, do you study English every day? You can say, no, I don't study English every day. Or, no I don't. Or, you can say, no, only. We use the word does to make interrogative for the subject of she, he, it.
Untuk kalimat pertanyaan orang ketiga tunggal, kita gunakan kata does di awal kalimat. Lihat pola kalimat pertanyaan orang ketiga tunggal di layar.
For examples. Does she like seafood? Does he work on Saturday? Does he smoke a cigarette?
To answer the questions using does, in affirmative or positive, we use some optional answers. For example, does he go to work by bus? You can say, yes, he goes to work by bus. Or, yes he does. Or, you can say, yes. To answer the questions using does. In negative, we use some optional answers too. For example, does she go shopping every week? You can say, no, she doesn't go shopping every week. Or, no, she doesn't. Or, you can say, no.
Adverbs of frequency. We use always, usually, often, sometimes, seldom, never, also, almost, rarely, and probably, as adverbs of frequency.
We put them between the subject and the verb of a sentence. For example, Yulia always goes to school on foot. We often eat lunch together in the dining hall. He sometimes plays badminton in the evening. He never smokes a cigarette. I usually get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. She cleans the house and also cooks dinner. He is probably right. They are seldom sick. You are rarely here.
Kata keterangan ini posisinya diletakkan antara subjek dan kata kerja.
Reading skill. Well, now we are going to practice reading aloud some English passages. Listen first. Then practice your reading with the same passages as shown on the screen.
Baiklah. Sekarang kita akan belajar membaca teks berbahasa Inggris. Dengarkan dan perhatikan bacaannya terlebih dahulu. Kemudian Anda praktekkan.
In the office. Jean works in an office. 5 days in the week. She gets up very early in the morning, has a quick breakfast, and then she walks to Finsbury Park Station. From there she goes to King's Cross Station in London by train. Then she gets in a bus and goes to her office in Holborn. There she works as a typist. She types letters and accounts and other things for Mr. James. Jean likes her work and she likes the other people in her office. There are 3 other typists and 3 clerks. There is also an office boy. His name is Joe, and he takes the letters to the post office, makes the tea and does other things like that. At lunchtime, Jean goes to a small restaurant near the office, and sometimes she also goes to the shops, either to buy something, or only to look at the things in the shop windows. She likes pretty clothes very much. At 5:30 p.m., Jean's office closes, and she goes home, first by bus to King's Cross Station again, then to Finsbury Park Station by train, and then on foot to her house. She lives with her parents. They are quite old. Jean does not work on Saturday and Sunday. She usually stays at home on those days.
Exercises.
After having studied the material on simple present tense in detail, we will discuss some exercises on it.
Setelah mempelajari materi tentang simple present tense secara detail, kita akan membahas latihan-latihannya.
Exercise 1. Combine each subject with the verb work so that it becomes a simple affirmative sentence. For example, I work. He works.
Gabungkan masing-masing subjek dengan kata kerja work sehingga menjadi kalimat afirmatif sederhana.
Now please, pause your video to answer the questions.
The answers are 1. You work. 2. We work. 3. Teddy works. 4. Alyssa works. 5. They work. 6. My father works. 7. My brothers work. 8. Their teacher works. 9. Our teachers work. 10. You and I work. 11. She works. 12. Her parents work. 13. Tom and Jerry work. 14. The machine works. 15. Alice's sister works.
Exercise 2. Change into negative. The answers are 1. You don't work. 2. We don't work. 3. Teddy doesn't work. 4. Elissa doesn't work. 5. They don't work. 6. My father doesn't work. 7. My brothers don't work. 8. Their teacher doesn't work. 9. Our teachers don't work. 10. You and I don't work. Exercise 3, change into interrogative.
The answers are 1. Do you work? 2. Do we work? 3. Does Teddy work? 4. Does Alyssa work? 5. Do they work? 6. Does my father work? 7. Do my brothers work? 8. Does their teacher work? 9. Do our teachers work? 10. Do you and I work?
Exercise 4. Look at the examples. We like coffee. We don't like coffee. Do we like coffee? She likes coffee. She doesn't like coffee. Does she like coffee? Now, you do the exercise as the examples: affirmative, negative, and interrogative.
Now please, pause your video to answer the questions.
1. You like orange juice. You don't like orange juice. Do you like orange juice? 2. He likes milk. He doesn't like milk. Does he like milk? 3. You eat some apples. You don't eat any apples. Do you eat any apples? 4. He eats some bananas. He doesn't eat any bananas. Does he eat any bananas? 5. They drink some tea. They don't drink any tea. Do they drink any tea?
Exercise 5. Make the following negative and interrogative.
Now please, pause your video to answer the questions.
The answers for negative.
1. The men don't drink tea and coffee. 2. The students don't come to this room. 3. She doesn't teach English to her students. 4. They don't often swim in the afternoon. 5. The earth doesn't move round the sun. 6. Mr. Yudi doesn't have lunch in the cafeteria. 7. We don't have fried rice for breakfast. 8. Mr. and Mrs. Harry don't eat dinner at a restaurant. 9. He doesn't go to work by car. 10. Frida doesn't clean the house every morning.
The answers for interrogative.
1. Do the men drink tea and coffee? 2. Do the students come to this room? 3. Does she teach English to her students? 4. Do they often swim in the afternoon? 5. Does the earth move round the sun? 6. Does Mr. Yudi have lunch in the cafeteria? 7. Do we have fried rice for breakfast? 8. Do Mr. and Mrs. Harry eat dinner at a restaurant? 9. Does he go to work by car? 10. Does Frida clean the house every morning?
Vocabulary. Phrasal verbs. Wake up. Get up. Make the bed. Take. Have a bath. Take. Have a shower. Eat. Have breakfast. Drink coffee. Go to school. Go to work. Start work. Finish work. Eat. Have lunch. Get out of class. Drive a car. Buy something. Come. Go home. Use a computer. Listen to music. Change clothes. Cook dinner. Wash the dishes. Watch television. Study English. Do homework. Go out for a walk. Help mother. Call a friend. Play games. Clean my room. Take a shower. Brush my teeth. Go to bed. Sleep.
Pronunciation drill. Baby. Name. Class. Garden. Wall. Small. Ink. Big. Well. Friend. House. Room. Woman. She. Green.
Tomorrow never comes.
This is the end of the lesson. Thank you for your participation and attention. Have a nice day.
Hatur nuhun.
الحمد لله رب العالمين.